Hey, what's up, guys? My name is the Salamander, and today we are doing We're doing a discussion about something that has come to an end, and that's Beyblade Burst GT. Yeah, to the people who like Beyblade Burst GT, this is actually the final episode posted a while ago. Yeah, I'm really tired, and I just decided to come and make a video about it. But today we're gonna make my review on it. This will be kind of a real, rushed video, but hey, gotta do it. I gotta make my review. Okay, yeah, that was meant to be like a place where I just put something, but I decided to run out of ideas. So, let's talk about the story. So, my opinions on the story of GT is not. Pardon me, I ate something before here. I really didn't mind it, but the thing that I hated the most is that they shortened the episodes. Oh, never mind. That was just something else. So, I really was upset that they shortened the episodes as this thing. Because I thought, GT was going to be good because of the whole system. But then they shortened the episodes, and it's literally just 26 episodes, and I'm like, why? Rise is going to be so short. But yeah, in the end, I guess we just have to deal with it being a really short season. And just do it. So, of course, the thing that I don't mind about this is that it's really actually a good season. Dante Koyu, or Drum, is one of my favorite protagonists. Well, there's 5, but there's actually 3 before Drum. But that's Volt, Iger, and then Drum. And Iger I already hated until the Chozy Achilles parts. And then he was probably one of my favorites, but Volt was always my favorite character, so Volt's my favorite protagonist still. And then it is Drum, and then it's Iger. I don't know too much about the other 2 protagonists, which are going to be in Sparking, which I'll get to Sparking later. But let's see. So what are the things I liked about this season? I liked Dante, as he was a good protagonist. He had full of heart, basically 2 out of 3 of the protagonists right now. He was truly able to demonstrate his power after some time. He wasn't strong right away, like Iger. He had actual personality, and when his bay got destroyed, like Iger, he actually kind of was similar to him. How he felt like a pretty bad emotion, but then made his bay. Let's speak about the bays. I'm going to talk about that. Dante's a good protagonist. The Amane and Dota, really good friends. Plenty of great story stuff. Gween's a good villain. Arthur's kind of death fodder, which is funny as hell. The only bad thing I think is that Iger and Volt weren't relevant, and Fumiya I do not like, and not because it's not free, but just because Fumiya is such a cocky character. I kind of like his sister though. She's a good sister. Isn't it Ichiko? Yeah, Ichiko's a good sister. But let's just get to the bays. The bays that were in the story were really cool, especially Dragon. Dragon was a really cool Beyblade. Probably one of the better protagonist bays. But now my favorite protagonist bay is probably going to be Helios, saying that, well, it's the first left spin protagonist bay. And, okay, just start off. So, I think the Dragon bays were amazing. In Ashura, it was apparently going to be good, but then it sucked. Azure is probably one of the worst GT bays there is. Fafnir was meant to be good, but it sucked. Valkyrie kinda sucks. All I know is that some really competitive layers are Dread Bahamut, Lord Spriggan, and the Judgment layer base. Judgment, I could literally go to a competitive battling thing and just see Judgment everywhere. But that's until Brave Valkyrie comes out. Then Brave Valkyrie will probably be everywhere. But personally, I love the bays. They're really, really good. Probably some of the most interesting, unique bays, but also the best system, besides Sparking maybe. But it's not really bad. It's actually a really good system. But, so let's just start off with, of course, I'm going to talk about the villains now. Personally, I felt like a Delta should have been the villain. Delta, he was like such a relevant character, and I felt like his bay is more devil-like than Gween, and usually the villain's bay is the devil. Like Requiem, Spriggan was like a devil. Phoenix is the devil to bays, and then Genesis, Genesis didn't destroy any bays. Like, the only bays that got destroyed were Dragon and Diabolos, I'm pretty sure. Unless you talk about the manga, then Azura got destroyed. And Imperial Dragon again. But, let's just get to this. I don't like Gween being a villain. Oh, car drive-by, but he is good character. He's a very good character. Great character development. Has a really interesting story. Like Phi, we only got to know his story because of Hyde, or Hearts. How they were children, they got bays, they argued over Phoenix and Hades because no one wanted Phoenix, and they wanted Hades because Hades is the god of death, or destruction or something. And then after Phi broke Hades, he was able to bring both of them together and form his ultimate bay. Gween actually doesn't have a bay story. Like, he was actually kind of a newbie when it came to blading until, well, he awoke in his potential, and then he became a beast at blading. Probably the second strongest player in the whole world. But, so personally, I think Drum's the world champion, and then it's Iga, and then it's Gween, then it's Iga, then it's Delta. Amane might be like higher now in the ranks because he defeated Arthur. Okay, yeah. Speaking of Amane, probably one of my favorite like co-friends, like the co-friend, like the mostly irrelevant character that loses a lot, but sometimes gets development. Like Rentaro was that guy in Rentaro, or Renjiro was that guy in Volt's arc and Aiga's arc. But Fabuki was also that in Aiga's arc, where he lost to Aiga, and then lost to Suo, and then beat everybody, become a really good blader, but then started to lose again. Amane was the best out of all of them, because he won, then he lost a good amount, losing to Volt, which Volt, no one should have beaten Volt. No one's actually lost. Volt hasn't lost a match since Aiga versus Volt in Chozi. And then he didn't lose ever since, well, like, yeah, that's actually not usual. Before we used to lose a pretty good amount of matches, but now he hasn't lost a single match ever since he versed Aiga in the final of Chozi. And I really hope he doesn't get destroyed by the two protagonists in the next season. Okay, so rating. So I'm going to say my rankings. My favorite is Season 2 still, with a 9 out of 10. The only thing I didn't like was Joshua. Next is probably Season 3, Chozi, Turbo, great season. Awesome development, more serious action, and it really put everything on the line. Then this season. This season's second last. I don't like Season 1 that much because it's just Volt's development. And then Season 2 was Volt's true growth into becoming the ultimate blader. Which we didn't know this, unlike Deku. Like, we didn't know Volt was going to become the world champion. It's like how we never knew that Aiga was going to defeat Volt. We thought Aiga was going to be like a step behind Volt all the time. But then Aiga surpassed Volt, became the champion, then lost it, and then got it back, then got it from Volt, and then lost it to Arthur. And now Drum, I'm pretty sure, is the world champion, because Drum defeated Arthur and got the title. Makes sense, right? Yeah, so that's the thing with the champion titles. It's kind of complicated. So that's all I want from GT. And time to get to Sparking. Or Sparking. Sparking. Sparking is like already my favorite season. I didn't add it to that other one because I wanted to make it just the first 4. And then Sparking came along. Blew Evolution right out of the park. So let's just start at first. I love having 2 protagonists. Hyuga and Hikaru, really, really cool. I love them. Like, I don't know which one I like more. Like, out of the bays, I think I like Helios better. I love Helios so much better than Hyperion. Like, Hyperion, like, in protagonist bays, I think in order of it, it goes Helios, Dragon, Hyperion, Valkyrie, Achilles. And, well, if you count the upgrades to Valkyrie and Achilles and Dragon in GT, well, then it's probably going to go Valkyrie, Helios, Dragon, Hyperion, Achilles. Because, I don't know, I don't think Achilles will be that good in the next season. Like, it was actually expected that Union Achilles might just be really good, but then they didn't add metal to him, and then he sucked. Like, I really feel like they should have added metal to Union Achilles. Okay, yeah. I need to stop talking about GT bays. Let's move on to Sparking. So the bays we know that are going to be coming along, is that we've got the Helios and Hyperion, which the protagonist base, Hikaru&Hyuga. We've got Glide Ragnarok, which probably is going to turn into like Gyro Rocktavor or something, which would sound really cool because I really like that name. And that's owned by Rantaro, and there's going to be another one which is white for Ranjiro, which I can't. Why couldn't they just make like Glide Ragnarok and maybe add different parts to it, not just make him have a white counterpart of it? We have known to see Brave Valkyrie, which is Volt's Bay, with Evolution Dash, which... Okay, I said that wrong. Evolution Dash. Probably my favorite Sparking Bay right now, because it's going to be OP, it's going to be like Meta Knight Brawl, and combine most of the Valkyries. And add its own twist of being rubber bound, which is going to be awesome. Zanky already said it in his video, because I watched that video, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Then we know Cursed Satan, I'm pretty sure Cursed Satan, or is it Cursed Satan? I like it. It's just the ball tip, which is going to be goofy as hell. Okay, one thing I hope from Cursed Satan is that they make that ball thing palm, so it's like friction, but really, really wide. So it's like a fusion of yard, loop, and friction. And it will be actually a pretty decent tip. I don't know what they'll call it. I think they'll call it like roller or something. Introspective. I really hope they have the roller. But these are bays I like. But some bays got leaked, like the new Fafnir and the new Longinus, which I really hope the new Longinus gets like a lot of metal, like maybe become the heaviest layer, and Fafnir becomes like doesn't have too much rubber, but like it has. I want to have like at least a decent part of rubber, like maybe more than Valkyrie, because Valkyrie doesn't deserve to have more rubber than Fafnir does. The Spin Steel Bay does not want to have less than Volt's Bay. The Champion Bay, I don't know. I think Volt's Bay is going to become the champion. And you know why? Because I think Volt beat Rantaro and Silas in that battle in episode 1. They didn't show the whole battle, but I think Volt won. I really feel like they did. Okay, let's just get to things. So, one of my predictions. So, Arc 1, I think is going to be Hikaru&Hyuga being trained or mentored by Silas, Volt, I said Silas twice, Rantaro, maybe Iger and Drum, and then later on, probably Louis and Free. Those 5 will probably train Hikaru and stuff, and then Volt will go on to be more powerful. Then the 2 of them will meet the 2 villains, which they're 2 different bases, because one's counterclockwise and the other's clockwise. Maybe Fafnir, maybe Longinus is a villain again. and Spriggan's a villain. But Spriggan I don't think would be a villain. Spriggan is not a villain. Longinus is not a villain either, because we know Louis and Shu are now good guys. Well, hopefully, because I really think Louis is a good guy now. And so Arc 2 I think will be when they introduce the villains base. They introduce some characters, maybe introducing the two previous ones, Hyuga and Drum. They're going to introduce them and their new Achilles and Dragon. I really hope that they don't have Union Achilles and Imperial Dragon, because those two are probably going to get destroyed if they have those. Which I don't think they're going to have them, because they have new costumes. And Hyuga got a new costume, and his bay looks really similar to his old costume. So maybe we're going to go get like a rewind back to Chozy Achilles, and that would be amazing. And maybe for Dragon, maybe they're going to increase his like saturation, maybe make his bay a bit more like a dark blue, having more dragon-like vibes. Because like I was picturing a Beyblade story, it's like a Valkyrie versus Dragon battle, but instead it's different characters from the origin story which I made. And the Dragon Bay uses Dragon Wind, which is like, it shoots a tornado and causes enough pressure to burst the Valkyrie Bay. Another car. And it's really, really cool. So I really wish that Dragon could have like a wind ability, like Air Knight did, but instead maybe not have air always around it, but when it hits, it uses a wind pressure and strikes a bit. So it'd be really good, and I really hope that they do this. Again, the final arc, like the final arcs, maybe the final battle, it's like doubles battles, like, or triple battles. Maybe like, there's gonna be 3 Dark Bays, Hikaru, Hyuga, and a third person. Maybe like the irrelevant rival, Volt Range Haro and Cisco. Shu, 3, and Louis, or maybe Shu, Hyuga, and Drum, because Shu and Drum never met. And speaking of which, did Shu like die in GT? Because he never even showed up even a single small bit. Maybe he didn't make a cameo at all. That's like Louis at the end of Chozy. He didn't show up even a single cameo in the Hyuga vs. Volt battle, unlike 3. And overall, I really hope they do like a team thing, like a Battle Royale thing, because they can't have 2 Dark Bays and not do a team battle. Because if they make a tournament, then these two have to verse the 2 Dark Bays, and then win, and then face each other, which would make no sense. Because if they do face each other, one's going to get the spotlight and the other's going to get shut down. So I think it's going to be the final villain battle is going to be a 2-on-2 between Hikaru and Hyuga and the 2 villain bays, and they'll take down the villains and crown themselves the dual champion, and then maybe Hikaru and Hyuga will have a battle and decide who is truly the strongest. And personally, I think Hyuga will win that, because Hyuga, he's the one that's waiting for the development. Like, Hikaru's the chilled out big brother. Hyuga is the fired up young guy. And if he gets the huge development to become the strongest blader, that would be really good. That'd be like probably like top tier anime stuff. And usually, Beyblade is not known as a good anime. It's not known as an anime. It's known more of a cartoonish, like Pokemon. And that's going really well if it's Pokemon 2019, which I like. Might do a video on that. And hopefully, really, really wish that this just becomes a great Beyblade anime. I really need to finish my sentences. And I think this might be the video. This is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Maybe comment down in the comments below what you're excited for about Beyblade Burst Sparking. And we'll see what happens. And that's the session, guys. I really hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you guys I already said that. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1, let it rip, okay? See you guys.